Do you need to write an essay, but you're worried about making parallelism errors in your sentences? Or maybe you just want to make sentences with better structure. I'm going to show you which types of sentences would usually need to be checked for parallelism errors. I'll give you some examples and show you exactly how to improve these sentences. And at the end of this video, I'm going to give you a quiz to see if you can apply what you have just learned. By the way, I'm Sophie. Please subscribe so you can get more advice on how to make your academic writing easier. So let's start.
Here you can see a scenario where extra clarity might be helpful. Vegan food should be served on green plates and bowls, then they might assume that any bowl will do. Whereas if you said vegan food should be served on green plates and green bowls, then it's clearer. The distinction between different colors of bowls is necessary for those people who are serving out the food not to make a mistake. Here's another example where clarity is necessary. He teaches French literature and history. The person who reads the sentence might wonder, what type of history is it? Parallel construction here helps clarify that history is not just any history or history in general, but French history. Another reason why you'd want your sentences to have a parallel construction is to eliminate repetitiveness or unnecessary words, to make sentences more concise, like in this sentence. How do you know if a sentence needs to be checked for parallelism? First, ask yourself, does the sentence contain a list? Does it contain a conjunction? If it does, then check the tense, form, and sense of the sentence. Here's a sentence that contains a coordinating conjunction. Something is not right here. It's better to say you need hand wraps, gloves, and shoes. You can either say she likes skiing, swimming, and skating, or she likes to ski, to swim, and to skate. Here's an example where staying and changing need to have the same construction instead of staying and to change. Here are examples with correlative conjunctions. It's not parallel when you say the results are either compelling or can have no consequence. You have to look at the words on either side of or. It's compelling on one side and can have no consequence on the other side. Something's not right. How do you fix it? Yes. So the results are either compelling or inconsequential. What you did is you turned the second part into one word, or an adjective, same as the first word. Now here are some examples from literature, from the Game of Thrones. When you play the Game of Thrones, you win or you die. You don't say you win or you will die. We dream in our waking moments and walk in our sleep. We don't say we dream in our waking moments and we are walking in our sleep. That's not parallel. Okay, let's now try a quiz. I'll give you some sentences that are not parallel, and your task is to turn them into parallel sentences. First question, I needed to choose between sleeping or to stay awake. Right, so it's I needed to choose between sleeping or staying awake. Next sentence. We dream in our waking moments and we are walking in our sleep. We have to focus here on dream and walking, two verbs that need to become parallel. Should be we dream in our waking moments and we walk in our sleep. Third sentence. You can choose between digital or a watch that is analog. We're talking about a watch, and how do we make the sentence parallel? You can choose between a digital or an analog watch. Now for the bonus sentence. It seems that the sentence is parallel. But there is something that we can still do to make it a bit clearer. Did you notice what I did? Let's have a look again. The phrase a day is placed at the end of the sentence. It can apply to both walk at least 10,000 steps and eat no more than 2,000 calories. If you learned from this, please give this video